now is Dash General Manager Alex Singer. Alex, thank you for taking time today.
Of course.
Fun day to start, kicking off preseason training. So overall thoughts on what it means to have everybody back in the building?
Yeah, no, it's obviously a great feeling. We got perfect weather for this session. I'm glad we didn't start training last week, given the rain. But it feels great. There are a lot of new faces here this season. We're not done yet, but between staff and players, we put a lot of hard work into the off season. So it's great to finally see it all come together for our first session.
Alex, if I may, talk to us about the process that you were kind enough to share a little bit earlier of signing Maria and the commitment you're making to her, and vice versa, the commitment she's making to the Dash.
Sure, yeah. It's no secret that Maria has been one of the most exciting wingers, I think, in this league, and for us at the Dash, in terms of how she connects with the city and the community. There's really no other player that has that. And then on the pitch, of course, her quality in terms of how we want to build this team. She was such a big piece of that, looking forward not only for this season but in seasons to come. So it was really special to be able to have this moment and really make a statement with the contract that we put together with her. And it is truly a commitment to how we're going to build around her, and also a commitment from her side in terms of what she wants to do in this city, which is win trophies and championships and help this team become a championship team.
Part of the negotiation was what Maria wanted, which was to be surrounded against players that could win, correct?
Of course. I mean, look, all players, all good players want to win, and she sees the vision here and winning in this city. But it's not just one player; it's creating a team, putting the pieces together. So right now, and during the off season, hard at work figuring out combinations of players and the qualities that they can bring, both on the attack and on the defensive side of the field, and fielding a team that's going to be ultra competitive.
Alex, with Maria's contract and others recently that are now higher value, if you will, what does that say about the league? What does that say about the commitment to the women's sport?
Right. Well, the investment is definitely there. This league has come such a long way. I played in this league almost a decade ago, and it's night and day. Not only in terms of the financial side, but certainly when you take a look at that, it used to be that players were needing to have side jobs and take on different work outside of being a professional athlete. And right now, with the way things are trending in terms of what the clubs are doing and how the league is setting up the salary cap, it's just been such a transition forward for women's soccer, and obviously in terms of the trajectory of where things can go, it's huge.
Thank you.
When you think about involving the city and making the city a part of this team and the culture that it represents, how much is that a goal each year and building on that this year specifically?
Yeah, it's always part of, we work together, so it's always a part of it. We work closely, the sporting side of the organization and the business side of the organization, in terms of how are we going to connect with this city. It's a city of many different people, community-wise, culturally, but many people that love this game. So it's very important in terms of how we recruit, how we want to think about players off the pitch, and just this holistic viewpoint and how we're going to connect with the city and fill the stadium.
How tough? Last year you have to build a team, knowing that there in the middle there was a World Cup. Now you have at the start a Gold Cup. So how that makes it tough for you guys to run the season?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm thrilled that there is a Women's Gold Cup. Look, that's a positive, so I don't want to take anything from that at all. In terms of scheduling, it's difficult because this is the time right now in the preseason that we really used to build and to come together. On the pitch, off the pitch, we do have a new head coach with a lot of new ideas and principles, so this is the time that we're all putting in the work together. So having that tournament smack in the middle of the preseason, it's obviously not ideal, but at the same time it's extremely exciting and an opportunity for Houston to be a host city and for Shell Energy Stadium to host some pretty amazing international competition.
Alex, I'll jump in, and I don't know if you can share this. The franchise, the Dash, continue to grow. What are the plans for the future as far as the youth side? Do you want to talk about a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah, sure. You'll see, just in terms of mechanisms, that the league has continued to evolve. The league is evolving. There are players now on clubs that are under 18 years old, and there is now a rule in place that allows teams to sign players where a couple of years ago that didn't exist. So I think what you're seeing is this evolution of younger players who want to be playing at the top level and in a professional environment, and traditionally on the women's side, whereas on the men's side, the academy system has lent itself to players actually foregoing their college eligibility. You're starting to see that now on the women's side. So in terms of how we're thinking about the youth pipeline and a developmental setup, it's very important. I think it's a part of every club's bigger picture strategy right now. And in terms of what we're doing, and we're sort of at the beginning stages of what that would look like. We know it's obviously extremely important in terms of recruitment, because if players are going to be skipping college, they need to be in an environment where they're playing at a very high level and potentially have a pathway to a professional contract. And we would love to do that and be able to foster and grow our own talent here that has the potential to play on a first team at some point in time. So it's pretty early on in how we're going to do that, but I'm excited. Obviously, there's a lot of talent here in Houston and greater Houston and extending into different parts of Texas and the Dallas market. So there's a lot of talent here, and the youth pipeline right now and the youth landscape is a huge area of focus for this club.
Alex, how do we bring more people to the stadium? Part of it, I think, is telling stories. One of those stories is Barbara Olivieri.
Yes.
She played locally in high school. She went to Texas A&M.
Yes.
How do we get people to know about these stories?
Yes.
Is that part of the job that you have in the franchise?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all of our jobs when we, when we represent this club. It's every single one of our jobs to be able to let everybody know what we're doing. In terms of what the marketing team is doing, a lot of it is about storytelling this year and dimensionalizing our players on the roster. Everybody, including Barb, has an incredible story and a different journey or path to how they got to Houston. And in Barb's instance, it started with Houston. So we're really excited about letting everybody know, what that story is, and continuing to bring them along the ride now that she is here as a professional.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Alex.
so much.
Yes, yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you, guys.